Glory America, bonjour, hi Canada. No one threw a chair. That's the best I can say about it. This is Steve Scully music. Steve Scully is the C-SPAN host who gets to, quote, moderate debate number 2. I think I spotted him at Dulles this morning in sunglasses buying tickets to Rio. If you don't know what this is the escape music from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. 1-800-520-1234. 5 hours of this last night. Look, the Indians got clubbed as mercilessly as Joe Biden last night. So I'm in a terrible mood. So call and tell me what you thought. I don't care if you're a Democrat or an independent. 1-800-520-1234. 1, you have to be sober, or you have to trick Harley. 2, you can't swear. Other than that, I don't care. Here is the Fox News montage of last night, cut number 15.
The party wants to go socialist medicine.
My party is
and
me.
socialist
right
healthcare.
now, I am
and
the
they're going to dominate
party.
you, Joe. You know that.
I am the Democratic Party right now. The platform of the
Not
Democratic
according to
Party.
Harris. Drug prices will be coming down 80 or 90%. You could have done it during your 47-year period in government, but you didn't do it. Nobody's done it.
I beat Bernie Sanders.
Not by much.
I beat him a whole hell of a lot. I'm here standing facing you, old buddy.
Pocahontas would have left 2 days early. You would have lost every primary.
All he knows how to do is
Super Tuesday.
There is no manifesto, number
Please
one.
let him speak, Mr.
Number
President.
2.
You just lost the left. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years you've done nothing. He wants to shut down this country.
Oh.
And I want to keep it open. And we did a great thing by shutting it down. Wait a minute, Joe. Let me shut you down for a second, Joe, just for 1 second. He wants to shut down the country.
If everybody wore masks and social distance between now and January, we'd probably save up to 100,000 lives. It matters.
And they've also said the opposite. They've also said
no serious person said the opposite.
Serious
All right,
Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci said the opposite.
Hi, President Trump, you're holding large rallies with crowds packed together, thousands of people. Outside, yes, sir. Agreed. Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with...
Because nobody will show up. China ate your lunch, Joe, and no wonder your son goes in and he takes out billions of dollars. Takes out billions of dollars to manage. He makes millions of dollars. And also, while we're at it, why is it, just out of curiosity, the mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million. We believe in law and order, but you don't. The top 10 cities and just about the top 40 cities are run by Democrats and in many cases radical left, and they've got you wrapped around their finger, Joe. Look, he has no law enforcement
support.
That's not true. Almost nothing.
Look.
Who do you have? Name one group that supports you. Name one group that came out and supported you. Go ahead. Think. We have time.
We don't have time to do anything.
No. And by the way, he made a couple of statements. The Green New Deal is $100 trillion.
That is not my plan.
That's
the Green New
you want to
Deal
rebuild every
is
building.
not my plan.
So that was the Fox montage. Here is Joe Biden making the declaration of the night, cut number 2.
He knows that what I proposed. What I proposed is that we expand Obamacare and we increase it. We do not wipe any. And one of the big debates we had with 23 of my colleagues trying to win the nomination that I won, were saying that Biden wanted to allow people to have private insurance still. They can. They do. They will under my proposal.
It's not what you've said, and it's not what your party has said.
That is simply
your party
a lie.
Doesn't say it. Your party wants to go socialist medicine.
My party is
and
me.
socialist
right
healthcare.
Now, I am
and
the
they're going to dominate
party.
you, Joe. You know that.
I am the Democratic Party right now.
My party is me. Wow. And then the famous non-answer on court packing, cut number 1.
If Senate Republicans, we were talking originally about the Supreme Court here, if Senate Republicans go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett, there has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court.
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue.
That is a no, I'm not willing to answer. Kamala Harris, the running mate, went on CBS with John Dickerson post-debate, cut 16.
His answer on court packing, adding more justices to the court, just sounds like a straight-up dodge. Why won't he talk about what he wants to do, what he thinks should happen?
Well, I think he's very clear, John, which is that he is focused, as we all should be, on the next 35 days. And he is focused on, one, the process by which we're even having the conversation about the United States Supreme Court.
That was a dodge. And then Kamala Harris went on with Jake Tapper, cut number 17.
There are a number of Democrats in Washington, as you know, who are saying that if Judge Barrett is confirmed and if you and Joe Biden win and the Democrats take back the Senate, then there should be consideration of adding seats to the U.S. Supreme Court. Neither you nor Joe Biden are willing to give a straight answer as to whether or not you're willing to entertain that idea, but it's not some fringe idea. Democrats in Washington are talking about it. Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader in the Senate, has said that he's not taking anything off the table. Is that an idea that you're willing to think about?
We are 35 days away from an election that is probably the most important election of our lifetime and our children's lifetime. And there is nothing about these next 35 days that Joe or I will take for granted. And so the focus right now is on reminding people that we have this election that is very much in play. It is about reminding people that people are voting right now. Almost 1 million people, Jake, in our country have already voted. We are in the midst of an election, and the Republican leader of the Senate, together with Donald Trump, are in the spirit of hypocrisy trying to push through a nominee while the American people are voting. And so Joe has been really clear. Let's focus on what's happening right now. Deal with later. Focus on what's happening right now, which is the American people are voting, and they should be the ones to decide who will have the next lifetime appointment to the United States Supreme Court. Let's not get distracted. Let's be focused on what is right in front of us, because there is a lot at stake in terms of the integrity of our democracy, of our election system, and this process that should take place over the next 35 days.
I will respectfully note that you also declined to answer that question with me, Senator Kamala Harris. I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you so much.
Good to be with you, Jake. Thanks for the question.
All right, yeah. So I don't really understand, Abby, why they won't answer that question.
They won't answer that question, and it's because they are radicals, and they're going to say yes, or they're going to lose their party. Let's go to the phone. Ken, Dearborn, Michigan. What do you think happened, Ken? 30 seconds.
I was disgusted about last night, Hugh. There's 6 words that describe that. Proud Boys, stand back, stay prepared. I mean, if people can't see he's a racist now, I don't know what it would take.
That's what you took away from the debate?
Yes.
All right. John, Michigan as well.
Hugh, I would say that was the worst debate that I've had the displeasure of watching in my 59 years on this earth. But more importantly, the poorly transposed questions from Chris Wallace and the bias in his questions and the leading of his questions was just, it was beyond belief. I mean, it was so biased, and he was so leading, and the way that he coached reminded Joe Biden of what their beliefs are just blew me away.
All right, John, thank you. Dennis in Utah, 1-800-520-1234. 30-second responses. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yes. I've always been frustrated with Chris Wallace. I share some of your concerns about him tag teaming with Joe Biden on the issues that he was confronted with. And I just really hope that we have other moderators besides Chris.
Oh, there are new ones coming. Irene in Campbell, California. Irene, 30 seconds to you.
It was terrible. Joe was more prepared than I thought he would be. The president was less prepared than I hoped he would be. And it was frustrating and very, very sad. I'm almost 90, and I watched the whole thing. It was very sad.
Thank you, and I think I have to wait until the next segment as they screen more calls. Or Kathy in Scranton, 30 seconds, Kathy.
I felt like Chris Wallace was on Joe Biden's side and Trump was going against both of them. The whole thing didn't seem right to me. I thought it was a bad debate.
All right, Kathy, thank you. More phone calls coming up, 1-800-520.